Deep within the Late Cretaceous floodplains of North America, a silhouette breaks the horizon, defined not by its size, but by a peculiar helmet-like structure atop its skull. This is Corythosaurus, the helmet lizard, a member of the Lambeosaurine hadrosaurids, whose most striking feature has puzzled paleontologists for over a century since its first discovery. At first glance, the crest appears to be a solid ornament, a simple display of prehistoric vanity, but modern scanning technology has revealed a far more complex internal architecture. To understand the Corythosaurus, we must delve into the physics of sound, the biology of heat, and the intricate social dynamics of the dinosaurian world. The journey begins with the nasal passages, which do not simply lead to the lungs, but instead take a convoluted detour upward into the crest itself. This circuitous route transforms the crest into a natural resonance chamber, functioning remarkably like the internal tubing of a trombone or a French horn. Paleoacousticians have attempted to reconstruct the sounds of these giants, revealing that the hollow spaces were tuned to produce deep, low-frequency vibrations. In the dense forests of the Cretaceous, where vision was often obscured by foliage, these infrasonic calls could travel vast distances to maintain herd cohesion. Imagine a landscape filled with these haunting, foghorn-like bellows, a sophisticated acoustic network that allowed individuals to communicate without ever seeing one another. But the crest was not merely a speaker, it was also a signal. The sheer surface area of the structure provided a perfect canvas for visual communication. Evidence suggests that these crests were brightly colored and varied between individuals, likely used to signify maturity, health, and social standing within the group. Sexual selection likely drove the evolution of these shapes, as females may have preferred males with larger, more resonant, or more vibrantly patterned headgear. Yet, the story of the hollow crest becomes even more fascinating when we consider the physiological demands of being a multi-ton endotherm in a warm climate. The internal passages of the crest were lined with mucous membranes and a rich network of blood vessels, suggesting a secondary function, thermoregulation. As the animal breathed, the air passing through these chambers could cool the blood before it reached the brain, acting like a biological air conditioner. This mechanism would have been vital for preventing heat stroke during the midday sun, allowing Corythosaurus to remain active while other creatures sought shade. Furthermore, the increased surface area within the nasal passages likely enhanced the dinosaur's sense of smell, providing an early warning system against predators. A Daspletosaurus stalks through the undergrowth, but the Corythosaurus detects the faint chemical signature of the carnivore long before it can strike. This multifunctional adaptation, part trumpet, part billboard, part radiator, showcases the incredible efficiency of evolutionary design in the Late Cretaceous. By comparing the Corythosaurus to its relatives, like the iconic Parasaurolophus, we see a diverse range of acoustic instruments evolving within the same family. While Parasaurolophus had a long, straight tube suited for different frequencies, the Corythosaurus's crest offered a unique resonance profile specific to its niche. The evolution of these structures suggests a highly social environment where the ability to distinguish between species and individuals was paramount for survival. In recent years, CT scans of juvenile specimens have shown that the crest only began to develop rapidly as the animal reached sexual maturity. This ontogenic shift confirms that the crest's primary functions were tied to adult life, mating rituals, and territory defense within the herd structure. The bone itself is surprisingly thin, a lightweight framework designed to maximize volume without adding unnecessary weight to the dinosaur's neck. This delicacy suggests that the crest was not used for physical combat, unlike the horns of ceratopsians or the domes of Pachycephalosaurs. It was a tool of psychological and acoustic warfare, intended to intimidate rivals or attract mates through sensory overload rather than brute force. To hear the world of the Corythosaurus is to understand a sophisticated ecosystem where information was as valuable as the vegetation they consumed. Scientists continue to refine their models using computational fluid dynamics to track exactly how air moved through the crest's internal loops. These simulations show that Corythosaurs could likely produce a wide range of harmonic overtones, making their voices unique and identifiable. The complexity of the crest reflects the complexity of the brain. Hadrosaurs possessed relatively large brains and well-developed inner ears, specifically tuned to these frequencies. This co-evolution of hearing and vocalization points to a world of constant chatter, an ancient internet of acoustic data flowing across the plains. As we look at the hollow crest today, we see more than just a fossil. We see the remnants of a biological masterpiece, a triumph of multifunctional evolution. Every curve of the bone was shaped by the pressures of the Cretaceous environment, from the need to be heard to the need to stay cool under pressure. It reminds us that nature rarely produces a feature for a single reason. The most successful adaptations are those that solve multiple problems at once. The Corythosaurus stands as a testament to the ingenuity of life, turning its very skull into an instrument that bridged the gap between sight and sound.
The study of these animals is far from over. Each new fossil find adds a piece to the puzzle of how these creatures navigated their vibrant, dangerous world. Perhaps one day we will fully decode the language of the helmet lizards, finally understanding the messages they sent through their bony amplifiers. Until then, the hollow crest remains one of the most elegant mysteries of the prehistoric age, a symbol of a time when the earth vibrated with the music of giants. In the silence of the museum halls, if we listen closely enough, we can almost hear the low-frequency ghosts of the Corythosaurus, echoing across 70 million years.